And we are live. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Vintage Craft and Chat here on Day Trip Vintage Company. If you are new here, my name is Julie, and I'm so glad you're here. We meet every Thursday, except when I'm out of town or have something else going on. But typically, we meet every Thursday. Typically, it's a guided tutorial. Junk journal, paper crafting, sometimes home decor, holiday decor, anything that I think is fun and I think you might enjoy as well. So welcome. Today we are transforming those dreaded, window envelopes that seem to come on the daily in our mailbox, and we are going to make them pretty. And this project was actually inspired by my friend Angela, dear Angela's Vintage. If you've been around for a while, you'll know that we have on Instagram, we have like a crafting chat, and often we will, if people see a video or something that inspires them or a project, they'll post it in the chat. And so this was inspired by Angela. Hi, Diane. Good morning. I'm so glad you're here. Also, I've been away for 2 weeks, so I'm excited to catch up with everybody and see what they're up to. How's your granddaughter, Diane? How's she doing? I hope she's feeling better. And back at school, I'm sure. So Angela had posted a video in our crafting chat, and it was a video that the person had decoupaged or covered window envelopes with napkins. And I thought that was the coolest idea. So this was my take on it. Also because window envelopes was one of our weekly crafty prompts. So I thought, okay, I'm going to try that. I thought that was so cool. And so I'll show you. This was the first one I made, and I actually deconstructed it. So I took the envelope. Let me grab one here and see if I can do it with this one. I'll try this one because it's kind of blank on the inside. And basically, because if you have a light colored napkin, like this one is here. So this napkin right here has a white background. The writing will show through. So you either have to cover that, black or darker writing with white paper. I didn't want to do that. So I thought, well, maybe I could deconstruct the envelope. So that's what I did. I find that some are easier to do than others. But as you can see here, I'm just kind of ripping it. I'm probably not going to do the best job. Trying to do it a little bit quicker. But if you take your time, maybe if you wet it a little bit or steam it a little bit, that may help it along. But I'm just going to rip it open and kind of show you here really quick. Yeah, this one didn't work as well. I had some rippage, a lot of rippage here. But this side did. So you can see you can take the envelope apart. And then what I did was I turned it inside out. So I used this side to decoupage the napkin on. So that's my little hack for that. And then I covered every part. So it looks a little patchworky, which I think is so adorable. So I covered the side tabs here with the green napkin, and this one here, and glued it back together. And then I actually used some of that napkin on the inside. I thought that was cute poking through. Covered this. So I thought that gave it a really cute look. And then I just used some of that kind of cheapy. So it's not very pretty on the inside. You can see that here. And then I just used some of that Temu paper that I've had for a long time, that thin paper, and I decoupaged that on the inside so that whether you have it open or closed, it's super cute. Let me say hello. She's great. Good. Angela's here. Our inspiration. Oh, you did? You sent her a big treat box? Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Laura is here. And Laura's in California. Oh my gosh, I've been loving all the pictures that you guys have been posting. You've been to where? Joshua Tree, What else did I see? I saw Marina Del Rey. You were in Marina Del Rey maybe yesterday. You guys are hitting all the fun spots and the beautiful spots too, I have to say. I'm so glad you're here. I bet you're having the best time ever. Okay, so that is our project today. I'm going to go ahead and pull a crafty prompt, our new prompt for this coming week. Some of us are still getting caught up. I got completely caught up yesterday because I combined 3 into 1 project. I'll show you that here in a minute. So let's see. What are we doing this week? Oh, that's weird. You know what? I might have put them back in here because we had trifold last time. Oh no, I did. I see clock in here. So I have another little, oh no. I see the other one here on the top. I have another little jar that once I pull it, look at what I did. I put them back in. So these are the 3. Hopefully that was it. I see them on the top there. Okay. It was a little hectic before we left on our trip. We had a wedding to go to that night, that Friday night, and then we had to hit the airport the next morning. So it was a little crazy. And I like to leave the house kind of clean. I like everything kind of picked up. Whoops, I grabbed too many there. Let's see here. Oh, this is an interesting one. Die cuts. So this is our crafty prompt for this week, die cuts. So I would say die cuts could either be if you have a die cutting machine. Some of us do, some of us don't. So you could craft with a die cut that you cut from your die cutting machine. But for those that don't, I would say you could also do something pre-cut. So let me grab these. You just happen to be here. I picked these up, and these are coming out in a craft haul, but I picked these up at one of my local thrift stores, and these are called die cut cardstock. So if you happen to have something like this, you can see there's little die cuts in this package here. You could use something like that too in the craft prompt. In fact, I may need to do that prompt or do that haul, and then I can open that up and use those. So die cuts is this week. Oh, thank you, Laura. I was going to do something completely different for this week's craft, and I got a little obsessed with them. I did that first one, and then I was like, oh, I had some other ideas, and I wanted to keep going. So that kind of happens with me. Whatever I'm kind of into or obsessed with at the moment, that tends to be what we do on Thursdays. La 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 la. You did? Oh, I can't wait. Oh, and also I have Happy Mail. I totally forgot about that. So Angela, let me know if I have your permission, because I'm pretty sure I know I have Laura's permission. And I also have some Happy Mail from Leanne. I have her permission to open it. And Angela sent me a little envelope here. I blacked out the addresses. So I have Happy Mail from Angela to open at the end, if I have your permission, that is. Steph is here. Hi, Steph. How are you? I hope you're having a good. Let me turn this around. I feel like I've been gone for years. I feel very green here. Let me turn the camera around, and then I'll show you the craft that I did yesterday to get caught up with the prompts. And let me see here, video. Let me do the down cam. Here we go. Unplugged. No, let's see here. Let me try that again. For some reason, it's not recognizing my down cam. Uh-oh. That's not a good thing. Let me try it again. That could be very disastrous here. And I'm looking glitchy too. Okay, let me try again. saying a little prayer. Okay, I see it now. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay. I was sweating it a little bit there. I'd had it unplugged for the last 2 weeks. And this is my second camera. My other one stopped working. So I was fearing that was what was going to happen. Okay. So there's that. You can see how I took that apart. And I'm going to set this one aside. Yes, Angela, these are totally right when we get bills. This one's from AARP. I think I still get mail from my mom and my stepdad. So I think this came in something that I got from them. I always open when I get things and shred it. But yeah, these are the ones from the bills. In fact, I don't know who this is from. So when we get bills in the mail, that's exactly what we're using, are these little window envelopes. So let me stick those aside. And oh, okay. So let me show you. So the other thing, oh, thank you. Okay, good. And remind me, don't let me forget, because I'll do that at the end. I'm going to open all the happy mail I have. Oh, I hope you're having a good day, Steph. I'm glad you came in to say hello. Okay, so the three prompts that because I was super behind. I was behind in 4 prompts. So window envelope or junk mail. Junk mail, I guess, was the prompt that was one of the prompts I was behind in. So that's why I used one of these window envelopes for junk mail. And then the 3 prompts I had left to do, I combined them in one project. So they were trifold, stencils, and clocks. so this catches me up. I didn't complete it. I wasn't super, I don't know. It turned out a little bit wonky, and I'll kind of share why I think that is. But I just made this little trifold folio here, and I didn't put anything on the inside. I didn't, maybe some pockets would be cool to put in here, or if you flip it on, I made mine to open this way, kind of oriented it that way based on how I stuck this little fussy cut here of a clock. I think this was from a Sears and Roebuck catalog I have. Maybe new, maybe reproduction. I don't think it's an old one. But you could also sew in a little signature here. So you could make it a little notebook. You could, if you orient it this way, you could put little pockets. But mine turned out a little bit wonky because I used a piece of a hanging file folder as the base of it. And if you can see here, it didn't fold very well. Can you kind of see that there? I probably should have scored it on the scoreboard, but I was just kind of rushing through it a little bit, maybe being a little bit lazy. So it didn't fold very well. And this was a little bit crooked. I tried to cut it to make it a little, you can see those are a little bit crooked. So I'm not sure if I'll finish it off, but basically I took that, made a trifold, I covered it with different papers, and then I stenciled. So you can see some of the stencils here. There's some polka dots and another cool stencil that I have there. And then of course, these are the clocks. So that's it. So I'm all caught up. I'm officially caught up. Let me stick this back here. Let me get my coffee out of the way, take a sip. Take a deep breath. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Angela. Yeah, I think it's really pretty. I would like to maybe circle back around to it and use something else as the base, and maybe we'll make a project at some point. But yeah, I think I needed to use something that wasn't so thick as the base. And then also what happened, because it was thick and some of the papers I use, you can see I got some cracking here too. Right here, you can really see the cracking. So I got a lot of cracking there because the papers I was using are old, but of course, ink ink hides a lot of stuff, and then it kind of looks like like it was purposeful. Okay, so this was the second iteration. Is that a proper word to say? So I started with this one. This was the first one I did for that junk mail prompt, and I think this one is adorable. I love the colors of it. And then I sort of wanted to see, I thought about some large scale envelope or paper napkins that I had, and I thought, oh, I bet it would be really pretty to cover the envelope with vintage book page, maybe have some images on there, and then overlay and decoupage with some large graphic paper napkin images. And I just think this one turned out really pretty. And because the images I had were kind of that beige and black, I didn't even cover up the window envelope. I thought that that went really well. And in fact, you can see it here too. So I just left that, and I thought that was a really interesting look. So isn't that beautiful? And then here I just took, this was some wording that was on the book page. So I thought that that was really pretty. And of course, some of you, if you're new to paper crafting or junk journaling, you may be asking, well, what the heck do you do with this after you make it? So if you wanted to, you could glue this into a journal. Let me grab a book, because sometimes I feel like I'm really guilty of, let's see, where's a good book here? I'm really guilty of making things, but then not necessarily explaining, well, what you can do with it after. So here's just a book I grabbed off of my shelf. So one of the ways you could use it, and depending on how you're going to attach it, if you're going to use it in a junk journal, you don't necessarily need to cover all the sections. So I think it would be really cute to take this top portion here, and you could glue that on to a page. So you can glue that down that way, and then it would become a flip. So you wouldn't need to cover this part of the envelope because you'd be gluing it down. So that would be one cool way to use it. Of course, if it didn't have a window, you could also just glue this whole back down and have it be a tuck spot, right? Depending on the size of the pages of your journal or the size of the envelope you're using. If you had a shorter envelope, or you could cut it and make it shorter, you could have a little pocket or a tuck spot this way. You could have a pocket or a tuck spot this way. So there's a lot of ways to use an envelope like this. And of course, it would be gorgeous for happy mail, friend mail. You could tuck a little note in here, a gift card, a handmade greeting card, and that could be part of your gift to your friend or your loved one. So lots of ways to use that kind of thing. And I'm sure there's even other ideas and ways you can use it. And depending on the look of your envelopes, you can get a fun poppy vibe, Christmas, Halloween, Easter, you name it. You can change up the look in an instant with it. Oh, Angela says she's still, okay, she needs to do paper clip, tri-fold. What are the ones you have left? Paper clip, tri-fold, and clock. You could do a tri-fold paper clip and put a clock image on it. And you could be all caught up. You could be all caught up. Yes. Is it a secret, or is that like a known thing? Is it a secret or a known thing? Yep. Meetup is Saturday. I get to give some hugs. I'm excited. Okay, so let's get started. Now, I pulled an envelope here. And let me show you what it looked like. I also pulled a piece of, what is this, like tracing paper, and I'll show you why. So this is these are the napkins that I used for this particular envelope, and I got these at IKEA. I don't know if IKEA keeps napkin prints out for a while. I may have gotten this last year, this packet here, but I love these napkins. So check out your IKEA and see if they're still available. I'll probably put some napkin packs together too for our craft supply sale that we have coming up next month. But let me show you that. I just love that. Has just a cool vintage cottage core look to it. And then this one I pulled. I want to craft with this one today. So we're going to do slightly a different look, but I think this look is probably most successful if you have a napkin that has a large and kind of bold print or illustration. I think it just looks pretty on the overlay when you have a big floral like this. Certainly if you have something that has smaller things, you could cut out those little small, like if you have little mushrooms or something, and then you can place them around. But if you're wanting to get this big bold look like this, I think a big floral or some kind of large print, I think works the best. So we're going to use this one. And this is Dollar Tree. I don't know if Dollar Tree still has these. And the key too with the napkins is you want to take the back layers off. Ooh, could I use that? Let's see. Ooh, let's use that instead of the tracing paper. And I'll kind of explain what I was doing here. So let's check. Sometimes napkins will be 1 layer or 2 layers, or sometimes 3 layers. I am Angela. Okay, this just had the 2 layers, maybe because it's Dollar Tree. I don't know. Okay, so we're set with that. And so this is just a nitpicky thing, but I pulled this envelope. I like that it had green in here, but I thought it was maybe going to overpower the napkin a little bit. And so I want to cover this up. I grabbed some tracing paper and just cut a little piece, but I'm thinking, yeah, let's just use the napkin because maybe that'll give us a nice soft look. So I'm going to cut a little piece of that. And it's just a little kind of nitpicky detail, but I just thought it needed a softer look. You could probably maybe do some watered down paint. There's probably other things. I bet you guys will come up with some good ideas, some good alternatives, but I just want to cover that up and make it just a little bit softer. Here we go. I know, Angela, get on a plane. Oh, I didn't cut a big enough square. Jump on a plane. You still have time. What's the day? Thursday. You still have time. I think we're meeting at 10. Are we meeting? The first place we're meeting, I feel like it's 10 o'clock. Saturday. Okay, this is probably way too big, but that will cover what we need. Okay, so let's take our glue stick. Glue stick is our best friend when we're working with paper napkins. Maybe I should have put the glue. I'm going to do it this way. Oh, I'm going to do it this way. I feel like that's super, super thin. Let's do it this way. I think either way is very awkward, but I'm just going to take the glue stick and put a liberal amount down here. Let's see how we do. Yeah, super awkward, but I think it's going to look really nice. Okay. It's very fiddly. Okay, I know I can do it. I know I can do it. There we go. There we go. All right, and I like that much better. It's not so in your face like a dark green, right? Here's the before and the after. So I think that's pretty. Okay, let's put this aside. And the book I pulled, the book pages out. This is that Ladies Home Journal Treasury that I got for free that my friend and neighbor spied at one of our local libraries, and I love the book pages in this book, so that's what I'm using. And I pulled a couple pages that had illustrations that I thought were pretty. So let's see what we have here. Ooh, let's do this one on the front here. I like this with the children. I think this will be pretty with the napkin. Yeah, is she in the group thing that Jamie set up? I haven't heard about her either. Wasn't she traveling with Pam too? Weren't they traveling? Are they home? I thought I saw a post on that. I feel like I'm still behind. I feel very behind on what everybody's been doing. Okay. All right, let's use this. I'm just going to make it a little less cumbersome. I'm going to get rid of some of and we always save these blanks, these blank edges, because they're my favorite for stamping on if I'm making labels. Okay. I'm going to get rid of maybe this much. What is this wording? Down under the tame. We might use that. Okay, so we're going to want that right about there. I'm just going to do just a little rough. And this is kind of like a puzzle. We're going to decoupage, or we're going to cover the envelope with the book page, and then we're going to come back and overlay the napkin over it. So it's just a puzzle of trying to figure out where things fit. I think that's kind of nice. So what I'm going to do here, and I'll show you what I did on the other one. Let me show you on this one. So I just kind of ripped the edges. If you can kind of see, I just kind of ripped the book pages. So you could come in and be really, really precise, and you can make straight edges and kind of wrap around the window. But I just kind of did a little bit of rip. So that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to take this one, and I'm just going to kind of rip it down. And if we do too much, we can always lay in other paper. Paper is pretty forgiving. All right, I'm going to take off a little bit of this top here. We don't need that much. And probably don't need as much there. I'm just kind of taking off the bulk, so it's a little easier to deal with. Cute. Okay, I think that is good there. All right, so I'm just going to get my glue stick, and I'm going to glue this on. This is our first section here. And I find glue stick works the best for this. So I'm just going to line up this top here where the fold is there. If you can kind of see that. Okay, and then we're going to cut. I'm going to cut off that extra. These are my new scissors that I got at Ollie's. I actually went to my first, what are they called? Ollie's Bargain Basement. I'm like been obsessed with watching all the haul videos on YouTube where people have been finding all this fabulous. That's too small. Let's see if we can use any of that. Nope. So let me grab another one here. And we're just going to piece it in. Save that. So I have lots of hauls coming up. I have an Ollie's haul. I hit up a lot of great thrift stores in Florida. Yeah, I think that's good. But we want to get a little bit of a ripped edge here. Oh, they did. Oh, I didn't know Karina was with them too. Oh my gosh, so fun. So fun. Oh, I did that a little bit wonky. See if I can get that a little bit more straight. Or maybe it's just going to be wonky. We're just going to be wonky. I'm going to rip this down a little bit so I get a little bit of an edge on this side. That's good. Actually, I kind of like how that is wrapping around there. And let's take that off there. Yeah, so maybe they're not back yet. And we covered up this quite a bit there, but I'm not too unhappy about it. I think I'm okay with that. Okay, let's do a little cut. Oh, really? Do you have Ollie's, Angela? Oh my gosh. I would be in big trouble if I had Ollie's. Ugh. But I have to say I didn't find a lot. I actually went twice. I went twice. So the first time I had to go through super quick. We were dog sitting. Part of our trip was dog sitting. And so Jim and the pup were outside. And we were bringing her along a lot. She loved riding in the car. So we would take little day trips. And so I felt, I didn't want to stay too long. So I did a really quick trip around the first time I went. And then the second time Jim and I went back, and it was just the two of us, no dog. And so I spent a little bit of more time and I found a few more things, but I missed all that amazing paper crafting stuff. In fact, I said to the checkout clerk the first time, I was like, oh, I was hoping to find all the good stuff. And she said, yeah, that all went really fast, like the paper packs and I don't know, all the Heidi Swap stuff. So I found some cool things, but not as much as I had hoped I was going to find, but that's okay, right? I'll be going back. Okay, let's take this piece because it almost fits perfectly here. I think. No, let's take this piece here. And I'm going to run it this way because I really don't care if the wording is running a different way. In fact, I think that kind of looks cool when it is. Let's rip that so we get a little bit of that rip edge. Yeah, that's nice. And then let's fill that in. And you can also ink your edges. I think on this one, on some of them, I inked up here. You can kind of see that. And I'm not doing it on this one just to save time. Also, I think this napkin kind of has more of kind of a fresh look. So I'm not going to ink the edges. Oh my gosh, you are a lucky duck, Angela. Yeah, they had the book department. The books were so cool. The home goods, food, spices. Looks like they had clothing, sheets. I mean, all kinds of cool stuff. It kind of reminded me of Big Lots. Did you guys have Big Lots where you're at? We don't have them anymore. They all closed down. But that's what it kind of reminded me of. Ooh, this will fit. This will fit really good here, I think. And maybe we can just put it upside down because we don't care. It doesn't have to be. Ooh, that's perfect. Maybe we don't need it that long. Let's rip it here. I'm also trying to save my glue. I only have this one glue stick left. I ordered more yesterday. I didn't realize I was so low on it. So I ordered some from Amazon, but it's probably won't come until after we're done here. So I'm getting down to the dregs there. Let's see. This past year, I also read that I think Ollie's is moving into a lot of Big Lot locations. So I think that's maybe what happened. Places that were Big Lots that Ollie's is now moving into. Okay, and that was pretty quick. So we have our front cover. We might want to put something here. You know, I don't like a lot of white space, but we'll see once we start putting the napkin on there. We'll probably maybe wrap a little floral or something around, but I think that looks really cute. And let's go ahead. I'm not sure what I will use this for. I don't know if it's going to go in a journal or happy mail, but let's go ahead and cover the flap here, and then we'll cover the back side. Oh, I probably need to put some napkin in there as well, but I'm going to wait because I don't want to run out of my glue stick. And I want to grab, where did that book go? I kind of like using the index pages. Let me see. Yeah, let's grab one of these. I like the look of just, we have the book pages, we have some index pages. Let's use that for the flap. I think that's a cool look. Oh, did you go to a Daiso, Laura, when you were here? They're really cool. They are really cool. And Carrie is here. Hello, Carrie. Did you go kind of crazy? Oh, this is pretty long. Let's see here. We might do it in pieces. Carrie, I saw you were live. I was frantically trying to get ready for this live, so I didn't comment, but I was listening and thumbs upping while I was trying to pull myself together here. Looked like a ton of fun. Looks like you're working on a vintage, like an Edith Holden journal, which looked beautiful. Yeah, Daisos are really fun. They have great stickers, washi tape, all the cool envelopes and stuff. Okay, and then I'm going to trim this. And then we'll patch in that other section. We're a little bit short. Okay, pretty. Now let's rip this down. Let's use this part. Okay, let's do Cover that little section there. Okay. Angela, you were lurking too? Yeah. Okay. All right, so we've covered that. So that's kind of where we are at this point. We've covered the front, we've covered our flap, and I think that gives it a cool look, especially running it the other direction and using up those index pages. And then let's cover while we're at it. This one's going to be a little bit different. Yeah, this one was a little bit easier because it was straighter. So we have more of a dippy do here. So we're going to have to figure that out. Let's use this side. Save that piece. Now what I'm going to do, this is a little hard for me to see. Give this a little bit of an inking. It's hard on my eyes, and then I'll be able to see the line a little bit better. A little bit of a hack. Okay, much easier. And hope and pray we do not run out of glue stick. We could also use some of that. We could use book page down in here, or maybe some of that thin Temu paper. I think that might be pretty too. Maybe we'll cover that inside with that. This is hard to see too. Okay. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, so we got that. We have that covered. Let's cover that little last section there. Just rip that, because why not? Okay. And we're going to have to figure out how to do this part. Maybe we'll kind of like do it in pieces. If we wanted to be very precise, I guess we could take some, like make some kind of template, but we don't want to do that. That'll take too much time. Okay, so we have that covered. And then let me see what other, this one is so cute. Maybe we'll use that one. It's tiny. Let's see, what did we put on the front? We have the mom and the little girl. We have the little kids kind of on a stairwell. No, let's do this one. What side do we want to put it on? Maybe here. Look at this one again. Maybe we'll use this one because we can get more of the book page here. Maybe let's actually use this one. So how are we going to do this? This is going to be quite the puzzle. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, first I'm going to take some of this off. A little less on this side. Yeah, that's nice. Just feel the end there. I'm trying to save this little thing here, so I think I'll cut here. We'll try to save her so we can use her for something else. Okay, and then how are we going to deal with that? Let's see here. Let me see if I can kind of fold it down. Let's see how we do with that. Okay, this may work, may be a failure. I'm going to rip it on that line. Just kind of do little baby steps with it. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's see here. That's nice. Let's see here. Not too shabby. Again, we have inking on our side. Okay. Do a little bit like this. Sure, there's a lot of more efficient ways of doing it. It looks kind of cool, I have to say. Not too bad. Okay, let's do that. And then we may be able to come in here once we have it glued down. And I don't know if I like this. That kind of cut edge there. I'm actually going to do this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just. Hi, Tamara. Hello, hello. And Kim is here. Hi, Kim. Hello, hello. Let's see if I missed anything else. Okay. Okay, there we go. And then we'll piece in. We will piece in. Okay, let's stick that down. Don't fiddle with it anymore. Okay, not too bad. We'll deal with that, I think, in a little bit. Let's trim this off. Okay. Get rid of all this garbage here. Okay, let's see what else we have. Kind of a bigger piece. Let me grab a piece that doesn't have writing on it. Oh, I guess I could use the bottom of this. Let's do that. Let's use the bottom of this one. There we go. No, I don't want that. I want a big one. I want a big one. Here we go. There we go. Get more text. We need more length. Okay. Oh yeah, much better. Much better. Gives us more room to work with. Okay. Okay, so let's kind of do the same thing. We're going to kind of fold that. Just kind of rip. And go around. Oh, let me do this first. I'm going to rip this edge. And I don't need that much length. Let's rip this edge a little bit here. Hi, Happy Maker. Welcome. Hello, hello. We are just flying by the seat of our pants today, Happy Maker. I picked an envelope that's a little bit different than kind of my original one I did. So I'm just kind of playing here and seeing if I can rip along here. So far, I think it's working pretty good. This paper is older vintage, and it folds and rips pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty good there. I think we hugged that. In fact, I think we did even better than the other side. Just seems awkward here. Let's go this way. Yeah, I am not hating that. I think that is nice and clean. I'm going to rip that down a little bit. I'm going to art glitter glue this just because we're a little bit low on our glue stick. Ew, that is awfully nice. Okay, let's glue that down and then we'll figure out this little section here. I'm happy with that, how that looks. And the nice thing about this color of vintage book page is it antique linen? That ink color works really, really well. So we'll go in and cover up any little sections. Like I think we have a little bit here that can be covered up. I like that. Okay. I think that's good. I think we got a pretty good wrap around to that. We could probably come in here and rip this down a little bit, but I think I'm okay with that too. Okay, let's cut this. I'd hate to, pretty crooked, but that's okay. I'd hate to rip off too much. So I think we'll stop while we are ahead. Okay. Okay, I'm liking that. Let me put a little bit of this, and then we just have to cover up that section here. Use this one. That other one had kind of funny wording on it. Okay. There we go. Not too bad. And it almost looks like it's all part of the same thing, the way that worked out well. Okay. All right. Now, the question is, do we want to take time to cover up that? I think I could do it pretty quickly. And I think we're just going to leave that right there and we'll ink it up. Let me grab some of that Temu paper. And I keep calling it Temu paper, but you can probably find these paper packs on, ooh, look at that. That's kind of pretty with the pink. We have pink in our napkin, but it's just this, you know, those paper packs that you get that have really, really thin paper. They're great for, oh, here's a whole piece of that. Let's use, that's pretty. Let's use a whole piece or some of that. Yeah, that is perfect. Okay. Can't go down too far because we will cover up the window. We don't want to do that. Okay. And I'm going to do art glitter because, again, I'm trying to save that glue stick. Just don't want to glue my envelope together. Okay, I think we're pretty good. Yep, we're good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. Let's do a little bit more here, but it's pretty quick. I think for something that looks pretty fancy, it's fairly quick. Go, and then let's take, oh, that's pretty. Let's take another piece here. Okay, I'm not going to go down as far. I like seeing more of this writing here. Okay. Glue that down. Easy peasy. That's pretty. Cut that down. All right. Okay. I think we are ready for inking. The magic of inking. that in there. And we'll decide if we want to, want to cover up these areas, but I think we're going to be good with the napkin. At least I hope. Okay, there's all our scraps. Let me put my cover back on since we are so low. Okay. Get this out of here. Okay, let's grab our antique linen. I think that's my antique linen one. Okay. If not, it's close enough. Whoops, and I'm just going to mask that a little bit. I'll just kind of make that go away. And then we'll ink it with some other ink. Yeah, that kind of made that disappear. Kind of blended it in. Yeah, so then you don't really notice that little bit right there wasn't covered. Okay, let's take our vintage photo. I'm going to vintage photo this up. Where is... Oh, here I am. Here I am. Okay. I also think this would be really pretty with that napkin. It would probably be pretty to add a little bit of green to it too, or a little bit of pink. We can maybe see when we're done. But I'm going to kind of hide all the edges of the envelope and make it just kind of blend in a little bit more. Let's do this edge. Let's do this edge. Oh, that's so pretty with the little rip going on. Pretty. Let me glue this down. I saw something that was a little bit loose. Run a little bit of glue down in there. There you go. Pretty pretty. This side. I do. In fact, I have a couple of them, Diane. Oh my gosh. In fact, kind of funny story. I love that magazine Where Women Create. And I think I have two, I think, and I may have thrifted them. I think. I kind of feel like I've thrifted them. I don't know that I bought them new, but oh my gosh, I'm kind of obsessed with them too. And the funny story is when Jim and I were in Florida and we were house sitting for my friend, she's moving, and so her place was minimalist, right? Because she's relocating and moving. And so we really lived this kind of minimalist lifestyle for a couple weeks, which actually felt really nice and was sort of refreshing in the thought that you really don't need much, right? You don't need much. But when I got home, I had a bunch of had big stacks of magazines on the coffee table here in this room, in the living room, dining room area. And I took them off. I took them off because I just felt, I don't know, everything felt very cluttered when I got home. But yeah, I was keeping them on the coffee table here because I love to just, sit down sometimes and flip through them. And it kind of seemed a good place to keep them, since this is kind of my creative space. Okay. And I kind of went through, you can see, I just inked a little bit around there, but I think that looks really pretty. That would be a fun flip through to do sometime, just to hang out and look at the pages, because they are fabulous and super inspiring. Oh, have you been successful in finding them? Let me grab the ones I have, because they're literally right here on the other side of the table, because I just pulled them off. I think I have a couple. This was the stack. I had a stack of Better Homes and Gardens, and then I had this stack. So I have, oh no, I guess I only have one. I have In Her Studio, which is Spaces and Stories of Creative Women. So Where Women Create, this is the summer 2021. And I mean, I guess they probably would be great. I don't know that I could cut them up, but they would really be great too, to cut them up and junk journal with them. But I'd like flipping through them, so I don't think I could bring myself to do that. So this one might be new to you if you haven't come across it. This is the August, September, October. So it's 3 months worth, 2022. And it's In Her Studio. So it's kind of a similar take. Look at that. Oh my gosh. How cool is that? I can't wait to have a craft studio or my own crafty spot. Let me see if and then this was just other ones I have. This was a Prim's. I don't know if I bought this or grabbed this. Art Doll, which is a great magazine. This would be really cool for us to do a flip through, because we've been doing so many ATCs in our group. I think I had pulled that out a while back, and then I just had a Somerset studio. So, because I'm trying to be, I was feeling like I wanted to be a little bit more minimalist when I got home. I need to find, I think, a new home for those. Yeah, let me know. Let's see. Just ordered a book they put out in 2012. Hardback was. Ooh. Let us know how that is when you get it. Oh my gosh. I love. I love looking. It's very, very inspiring to see other people's creative space and craft spaces. Okay, so I think we're good. We're good. We've done all our inking. So let's get to the fun of the napkin. And again, this is going to be kind of like a puzzle. Let me get all this paper out of the way. Get all this out of the way. And out of the way means I'm just throwing the pile on the other side of the table to deal with later, but at least it kind of clears out our space a little bit. There we go. Just throw it over to the other side. Okay, there's our napkins. Okay, and then here's our sample, but we are going to be using this napkin, another piece of paper. Okay. We're just going to kind of feel our way through, but I can already tell that's kind of pretty. Maybe we want to come up from the bottom. I think so. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to come up from the bottom. And then that way we can kind of stop that there, and then we'll piece in some other pieces here. So I think I like that. So what I'm going to do is, this flower right here was sort of on the top. So I'm just going to start ripping. I'm just going to rip around just some of the flowers. We don't need all of them. We just want some. Let's see kind of where we're at with that. Yeah. Ooh, that's pretty pretty. And I think for now I'm going to leave that leaf, but we can decide here in a minute how much we want to leave behind. I think we'll get rid of that. And if you rip into the leaves or the flowers, it's okay. It just has a really soft look and it's pretty forgiving. You don't have to worry about that too much. Okay, how far over here? Okay. And I'm just going to try to hug the mom and little girl image a little bit. And see where that gets us. That's pretty. I think I'm going to get rid of that flower. And just leave that leaf up there. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to get water. I got to go grab a cup of water. Because we want to cut this out, we need to deal with this window here. So, okay, I think that's pretty. Okay, let's go ahead and glue this down. So I'm going to place glue on the book page, but not on the window. How did I do this one? Yeah, I guess I did that one the same way. So this one too, you can kind of see how it wrapped around, and then I'll just kind of share what I came up with to deal with that. And I think actually that I feel like that video that Angela put in, I think she did the same thing, the same technique. I can't remember. Kind of seemed what made most sense. Okay, let's glue that down really well. I'm trying to pull that down a little bit down here. It's pretty forgiving. If you get wrinkles, I think it looks kind of nice even to have the wrinkles. I'm going to pull that away a little bit. There we go. That's pretty. Okay, we're going to glue that down. And I love glue stick with paper napkins. I think I'm going to glue that. That kind of runs over on the flap, but I'm going to leave that leaf there. I kind of like that. Okay. Okay, I think we're pretty glued down. Okay, let me go grab a little bit of water, and I have kind of like a thin paintbrush. I couldn't find my paintbrush, you know, the kind that you fill with water. No idea where that went. It might have gotten stuck in with my watercolors where I keep my paint, but I'm just going to go fill my glass up really quick in the kitchen. I'll be right back. Okay, we're going to keep our fingers crossed that this works. It worked really well when I did it on the other one. Okay. And you can kind of see the outline, right? A little bit of that, where that window is. So I'm just going to take my paintbrush and I'm just going to draw basically a wet line. Oop, I put a little bit too much there. You don't need too much. And then let me get a little pokey tool. That worked really well. Let me grab it. It's over here. This worked really well. Yeah. And then I'll show you a little close up just so you can kind of see. Right, so I wet that and I'm just taking this little pokey tool and I'm just kind of pulling away like that. And then it gives it little rips. If you guys can kind of see that, what that's doing. A bit more water. You could kind of use your finger, but I liked how it worked with the pokey tool because you could just kind of run up against the side there. So look how cool that is. So it gives it, can you guys see that? It kind of gives it like a ripped look to use that little tool. And fairly quick too. Okay, let's run this way. And I just kind of lay it on my side, or lay it on its side, not my side, and just pull away. And also you can kind of see, because I inked that edge a little bit, that kind of helps too, to see where your edge is. Ooh, like that piece, that came really quick there. Oh, that's quick too. Why don't you get started? But those little paintbrushes that you can fill full of water, they have that little receptacle. That would work well. That would work really good. This little paintbrush is nice because you can kind of control the amount of water. But I do want to find my paintbrush and give that one the water paintbrush, and give that a try and see how that works as opposed to this. But I do, whoops. Okay. I think I have a little bit of paint there. Let me use why not use that? Okay, look how pretty. So it just kind of gives it a nice edge. So I think that pokey tool is really good. Like I have a little bit of overhang here. And it just allows you just to pull away as much as you want and not rip too much. Is that pretty? Oh, I love that. Love, love, love that. 35 degrees. Hi, Nettie. Nitty nitty. Very pretty. Okay, so now let's get our napkin and we're going to add a little bit here, around here. Nettie is joining us Saturday too. Are you excited, Nettie? I'm so excited to see everybody. Let's see. I'm just kind of guessing here. Oh, that's pretty. I think that's very pretty. Yeah, I think to this top flap too. I think that's pretty. Let's just go for it. Okay. Very, very lovely. Okay. Leanne, are you still here too? Leanne is in town. I told her about Saturday. She's here helping a friend. I'm hoping she can join us Saturday too. Okay. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh. I just think it's lovely. I'm a little obsessed. Let's see. Let's see where else I want to put maybe a little bit of something here. So maybe we'll so I'm just going to take one like this purple flower here. I'm just going to rip around there. I think that one might be kind of pretty at the top there. It's a very, very, very forgiving medium. Okay, do I like that there? Do I like it here? Oh no, I actually like it there. Let's stick it down here in this corner. It's pretty. I like that. Right, but I do feel like I want something up here. Just randomly ripping. Oops. Except I don't like to have a straight, kind of that straight line there. So let's see. Now I'm being nitpicky. Let's see, what kind of flower? Let's see how this one is. Ooh, you know what would be pretty? Ooh, maybe some of these little, ooh, that one I ripped. Some of these little like pink flowers like that. Maybe we'll put some of those little ones down. Let's see here. We could do like a little something like that. Ooh, that's pretty. I think that. This one I kind of ripped. There's a little turquoise one here, but let's see how that does. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, so let's put this one because I kind of ripped the edge. So let's stick that one kind of on the edge there. And do that one there. And where did it go? one there. I think that's kind of pretty. And of course, when you're folding it down, it's going to be folded that way. So you're not actually, I'm reminding myself, you're not exactly going to look at it this way. But I think that's pretty. Okay, let's cut off the excess. Oh no, Angela, that's very annoying. Great find, Diane. Ooh, that was a score. Did you find that at the thrift store? Major score. That's a great score. I feel like I found a lot of the same kind of thing when I was in Florida. I found like a lot of playing cards. I'm trying to think. Everything's, I can see the bags, but everything's kind of bagged up. I found a lot of stuff like stationery. It seemed like I kept finding the same kind of thing, but I did find some nice playing card packs. Fabric. I found some really good fabrics I'm excited about. Okay, I think that's pretty good, right? I kind of like the way that front looks. And like I said, reminding myself that's going to be folded down. Okay, let's do a little something here. Maybe fairly quickly. And I think I'll do the same thing. I'll just kind of wrap around in that corner there. So I'm just going to rip, rip, rip. And very okay if you rip into the flowers. Okay, that's too high, so we're going to get rid of that turquoise one. Just keep the purple. What is the, Angela, what is the date? What is the date for our craft supply sale? Also, what kind of things are you guys looking for that you would like us to bring to the craft sale? Because the Lord knows I have lots of stuff. I'm thinking fabric. Definitely want to do some fat quarters. I was thinking of doing some playing card packs, maybe flash card packs, that kind of thing. But yeah, let us know. Okay, November 22nd. I was going to write that down before I came on today. I ran out of time. Ooh, a thrift booth mall. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like if you find flashcards and site work cards and they're $2.95 a deck, I think that's to me, that's like a grab, like an all-day grab. Also, I feel like with me, if I like when I see it to just kind of grab it, I think I'll run that off a little bit down there. I've learned to kind of grab things as I see them because chances are then I'll go through a stretch where I need them and I don't see them at all. So I just kind of grab all that good stuff when it comes my way. Oh, so pretty. I love these napkins. I think I also have them in the tall, narrow ones. I don't know. Are those, I don't know what the different kinds of napkins are. You know what I mean? Like the tall, skinny ones. I know like sometimes people will use them in their bathrooms in those containers. when they have guests over, but I have the same one from the Dollar Tree in that size, and then I have the square. I don't always like the Dollar Tree napkins, but these are really pretty. Oh, I also picked up I just remembered some really great napkins in Florida, and they kind of are this colorway, but they're kind of an abstract, maybe seashells or something. Those are going to be really fun to play with because they have kind of a modern look to them. Oh, that's so pretty. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that. That was a happy accident. So I like the way the little ones are like that on top. Okay, maybe let's do a little something here. Feel like it needs something. Do you like that? That's not very organic looking. Could even be leaves. Let's see if this does anything for us. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. Try not to overthink it too much. If it looks good, go for it. Yeah, that's pretty. I gotta get to doing those hauls. I still have a haul video of stuff that I picked up at our little tiny thrift store before I left on the trip. So I probably have enough for like, yeah, 3 or 4 haul videos. So I need to get with it. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, do we feel like we want a little something here? Kind of feel like it. Let's see. What do we want? Maybe even a little bit of leaf. Let's see. Yep, let's go for it. I like that. Kind of ripped it, but I think it's okay. I think it'll work. All right. And I just cut that other leaf right there and just layered that over the top. Again, this napkin is pretty forgiving. I'm going to kind of rip it there. Oh, that's good. And then it ended up kind of covering up that corner where we didn't have a lot of book page on it. Perfect. So pretty. Okay, so I'm sure we have like little things. Are we going to do, oh, we didn't do that. Let's see. Here, let's do a little quickie. So that's kind of pretty when it opens. And let's see, can we use this one? Oh, I think I'm just going to do that one, just on that one side. I think that's perfect. Okay, and then we're going to go back and ink it a little bit. Get rid of all this little trash here. Okay, let's grab our ink dauber because I like to go back, and so we've inked here, but I want to come around and add ink on top of the napkin so you can kind of see how that ties it in. See how pretty that is? So pretty. I think napkins are one of my favorite things to craft with. I think they're very transformative. I think they just have a really cool look. And I love the look, you know, with the vintage book pages. Now, I think I have to glue that down a little bit better there, but I can do that later. And they just look really cool with ink over. Now, if you wanted to fortify this more, you could certainly go over the top with some Mod Podge. And I will say that I did it on this one. I didn't like how the mushroom was adhered down. And I think also because I was being very stingy on the glue because I knew I was running out of it. So it didn't feel like it was sticking down really well. So this one I don't know if you can tell, you can see it has a little bit of sheen. So I came back over this one and did a layer of Mod Podge, and it actually gives it, I think, a very cool look. I think it also looks really pretty because of the napkins that I use. It's kind of a bright pop of color. I inked this one a little, but not much. I didn't put a lot of ink on here. So, and I even put the Mod Podge on the flap there. So I just think how cute would that be to stick in some Happy Mail. This is a perfect size to hold like an ATC card in it. So, but I think it does have a cute look with the Mod Podge, but this one I didn't. I just kind of left it with that soft kind of cotton napkin look. I think it's very pretty. Okay. Now, do we want to put a little, what time is it? 1:37. Let's see. I don't know if we want to do that, but I'll show you. This one, I put some extra detail here, just this little cluster, but I don't know if we want to do that on this one. Let me grab, might be cute though. Let me grab my jar here of scraps. Ooh, might be really cute. Okay, let's do one really quick. I like this little purple. We could do it over here by the little girl. Ooh, maybe that would look cute. Let me grab my scissors here. Let's just see if we can do one really quick. Yeah, that's kind of cute, especially because we have like the little kids and the mom. I think that might be cute. Let's see, what else? What else do we have? Go grab a little bit of this. Maybe. Why not? Everything's better with a little bit of turquoise. It's maybe too big. It's not ripping. Okay, that's probably good enough. Okay, we have a little bit of that. Definitely need some lace. Let's see what we have. And I pulled out some buttons. That's cute with the pink. Yep, let's do the pink. Okay, we like the pink. And let's find some lace in here. Yeah, that's cute. I don't think it needs too much. I think even just that is very pretty. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay. Let's grab. Oh, I didn't even see your question, Nettie. I answered it and I didn't even see it. Hopefully that answered your question. I love the look with the Mod Podge. I think it has such a cute look on this one in particular. I think because of the type of napkins, don't you think? Now I didn't Mod Podge in here, but I just think it gives it a really cute look. And I didn't Mod Podge over here because I thought, well, maybe I'll write something or stamp on it. But yeah, and I also Mod Podged the flaps. And you may have missed that too, Nettie. So this particular one, I deconstructed it. So I took the envelope apart. So you don't have to go back and watch. But because this napkin has a white background, I knew on this particular envelope, I knew the writing would show through. Like it definitely would show through on here because you can kind of see that. So unless you're going to cover it up with a little cluster or something like that, that's the only problem if you're working with napkins that have a white background. So I took the envelope apart and then that gave me the opportunity to kind of like a patchwork quilt. So I covered that with napkin. I covered, well, this way. I guess I did it this way. So I covered this side. So I covered that side with the napkin, this side with the napkin. And actually it was a lot easier because you could cover the sections and then cut out around it. So you don't have all that ripping and stuff. Like same thing here. You can cover it and then cut the napkin away or the book pages away if you're doing it that way. And then you can come in and still do the ripping or do the water and the paintbrush technique. But that's what I did on this one, this style, because we covered it with the book pages. We didn't have to do that. But that was a little hack that I came up with for that one. So this technique is obviously, let me grab the other bottle. I don't know why I grabbed this old one. It's like watching paint dry. Let me get the other one. Uh-oh, where is my other one? Uh-oh. Maybe Taylor grabbed it. It might be in the other room. She was working on like a mixed media thing this past week for her class. She did an oil painting and then she was gluing stickers on top. So I bet she grabbed it. Yeah, let us know if anybody's watching, or even if you didn't say hello, but if you're interested, there are 7 of us, I think, that we are doing a craft supply sale on November 22nd. So stay tuned. More info will be out with that. So a lot of the same sellers that did participated in the crafty, I gotta go grab that. That participated in the crafty marathon. We are going to be doing a supply sale. So definitely type out, shout out things that you're looking for. And then that makes it easier too when we go to pull supplies. Let me go grab that for just a second. It wasn't in there either. Maybe she took it with her in her art bag. We may have to skip this step because it's very painful trying to get this glue to come out of here. Clearly, I haven't tried to put any thinner in here. Let's see if we get enough to kind of stick it down. I can go back and do a little bit more. probably could have stapled it. That would have been much quicker. But hopefully that's enough. And the button we will just stick on there just for looks because I need to open the Happy Mail. With the buttons, I like to put a little bit of baker's twine or something, but that's going to take a little bit longer. So we'll just pretend as if we did, and I'll show you here. I like to put a little bit of that baker's twine just so it finishes off the button. And I think that gives it a cute look, but I don't want to take the time right now to do it. We'll move on to the Happy Mail that we have to open up, but that's how it would look. Super cute. Really, really fun. I hope you guys definitely give this a try or a version of it a try. Here's that other one. Okay, let's clear off and let's get into the Happy Mail. I have something to open up from Angela and Leanne and Laura, Fatbird Finds. Laura was Fatbird Finds Crafting. She was my swap partner this month for our craft swap. Okay. Put that there. Oh, and I also I wanted to share. So a couple things in here I purchased, but I purchased some things from Gretchen, who is, oh my gosh, now it's Vintage Cat and Paws. I think her channel is. I'm pretty sure that's correct. But she included some fun little extras. So these I had bought. They were milk cap tops. But I wanted to share. She included these in here. Oh my gosh, they're so fun. I don't have anything like this. I don't have little flashcards like that. So that's super cool. Look at these. I love these old ones. And she included some bingo cards in there. So these were just extras in my package. I love the red and white. And then look how cool these are. Now I'm going to want to hoard these because I think they're so cool. It looks like, oh, they're like hardware repair and service tags. Aren't those cool? So I had those here. I wanted to share. Yeah, Vintage Cat and Paws. I love her channel. I don't know. She just, I get very relaxed just listening to her voice. She's a great channel if you guys don't already watch her. And she may have a crafting channel and a vintage channel. And I've lost a little bit of track. I need to go back and kind of catch up with people's channels, but she may have started doing whatnot sales too. Okay, I'm going to open first my Happy Mail. Look at that. I love the Betty White stamp that Angela included. So cute here. I didn't even know you were doing this, Angela. I happily found some supplies in my stash. Angela was looking for some bells, and I was like, I think I have some. I was very happy to move those along to somebody that would use them and love them. Oh my gosh, how cute is this? Did you make this? I love that. So she put a little sticker here. That's such a great idea. I'm not sure what the card said, but what a fabulous idea. I'll read it. Oh, you made me an ATC card too, Angela. Oh. 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 Oh my gosh, I love it. My hands are. Oh my gosh. What a cool stamp too. So artist trading card stamped, and Angela has initialed and dated it. How cute is that? Oh my gosh. I'm going to put this in that fan thing that I have all the cards in. That's going right in there when I'm done here today. How cute. Look at those cute little stickers. Thank you, my friend. Oh my gosh, what's in here? All these goodies. Oh, and the Care Bear. Angela is lucky that her Goodwill, I think, has a lot of the new Target stuff, which our Goodwills do not. At least here in LA County, they don't. I think Orange County, they do get a lot of the Target stuff, but I think these are vintage though. Don't you think? Or are these new? Look at that. Is that adorable or what? The little Care Bear. Oh, does it say here? Maybe they are new. There's a date. I just can't read it. But it says New York, New York. I don't know. That makes me think that they're vintage. Oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing these with me. So cute. Look at that. I love that one. Smoky vibes. So these would be really, really cute. Like if you were looking for something that was big for this envelope project we were just working on, like that would be great, right? To stick into a corner. And these, because they're smaller, I would almost probably tear those out and then just do a little collage, right? Like you'd have a little bear and then your eek and the spiders. I would kind of treat that like each of those things as different. Oh my gosh, how cute. See, and then this one would be really cute too on a napkin like that, because that's like a bigger, in fact, you don't even need to do this whole thing with the book page. That could be your whole decoration there off to the side. These are so cute, Angela. And then what you could do is take, the stars and stuff and kind of layer them around. Thank you, my friend. Oh, and I think there were some other things in here. Are these some of your little stamp things? What is that stamped on? Oh my gosh, look how cute those are. What is that stamped on, Angela? It has like a really nice feel. We have a little potion bottle. Oh, look at that artist trading card. Oh my gosh, I love that. ATC. Wow, cool paper. Oh, they were brand new from Home Goods. Oh, Home Goods offload to Goodwill. Oh my gosh, even better. Even better. Look at that. Oh, these are pretty. These are going to go in my Halloween container for next year. I'll come up with some good projects for us to do with those. Oh, I don't know what that is. This paper is really cool. Wow. So we have another one of those artist trading card. Look at that. Well, these I have to put these somewhere with the ATC stuff, but the Halloween stuff will go in my Halloween bag. Oh, these are so cool. Let's see. It's from a sketch pad from high school. It is very cool. Wow. Maybe take a picture. Do you still have like the cover of it? I could see why Laura loved it too. It has a very soft texture, almost like napkins on one side. And then the other side is slick. It almost feels like, what do I say? Like it has an adhesive on it, like, like an envelope. If you lick it, then it would stick to something. Oh, they're really cool. And then Angela said they're done with archival ink, so you can watercolor on them. Oh, ooh. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to have to write myself a little note because I bet I will forget. I'll forget by next year. Thank you. Thank you, Angela. Oh my gosh, this was like a very unexpected treat. Oh, those are fun. Okay, I'm going to keep that one up here because that'll go in my display. Okay, then let's see. It was black. Yeah, we need to find out. That's very, very cool. Okay, I'll open Leanne's. I don't know if Leanne is still here. Look how cute. Oh my gosh, look at this tape. Okay, I need to figure out how to save that tape. So cute, little sticker. So I'm gonna do a little fussy cut. That tape is sort of like those napkins I found. All right, kind of reminds me of that. Let me see if I can just cut this, the top. I don't want to cut whatever's inside. I'll use my Ollie scissors. I love these scissors. I thought they were going to be kind of, and actually they probably are good for fussy cutting. Okay, let me cut this way so I can protect what's inside. I don't even know what is inside. Ooh, I don't want to cut. I don't want to cut anything. Okay. Ooh, pretty, pretty. Pretty, pretty. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at this napkin. Oh my gosh. Oh, look how cute that is. Oh my gosh, so many cute Halloween napkins. That's adorable. That would look so cute on this envelope project. Oh, look at that one. Look at that little face. Oh my gosh. Look at that. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh, that's a great napkin. Oh, this one's vintage. Definitely a vintage vibe. How cute is that? Sharp design. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to be like, I can't wait to get into all the Halloween stuff when we start crafting again next year. Little card. I won't read it on. Little cute kitty. How cute is that? And I always, the full disclosure, for a while I was saving everybody's cards and I had this kind of like box I was saving them. But now sometimes I've gone back and I like the thought of crafting with, because they're so cute. So if you've sent me a card and you see maybe I might be crafting with it, but then I save the writing part. Oh, this one I won't because it's written on the whole way. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I think this card though has to do. Leanne says, Julie, I had to get this for you. The instant I saw it, I thought of you. And then she said, and I was so surprised to find my 14th birthday on it. Can you guess it? Oh, we're gonna have to guess it. Oh, how sweet. So she said you can consider this an early birthday. I will, my friend. Um, oh, thank you, Leanne. That's special. Look at this. Look at, she tied it with a ribbon and it has the old, like the vintage thing on it. Oh my gosh. And I love this paper. This is going in my my napkin bin because I keep napkins and tissue paper in there because I like decoupaging with the tissue paper too. So cute. It's something soft and probably something to wear. What? Oh, and wait, let me get, I don't want to get ink or anything on it. Let me get anything. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Oh my gosh, Leanne. I don't even think she's here anymore. I'll send her a video. How stinking cute is that? So she said her 14th birthday. Well, I don't know when Leanne's birthday is, so I'm going to have to find out. Let me see if my birthday is on here. Mine's in May. Oh, Leanne. This is my birthday. May 18th. What? So Leanne's birthday is on here too. Oh my gosh. I don't think it's my year, but maybe I'll take this year. Is that 1982? I'll take that. I'll take that. Oh my gosh, how fun. So both our birthdays are on here. Is anybody else's birthday on here that you can see? Can you guys see? How fun is that? Oh my gosh. Isn't that fabulous, Nettie? Oh, and it's even better that both our birthdays are on there. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love this. Okay, I'm wearing this week. Next week, I'll be wearing this t-shirt. Thank you, Leanne. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I'll have to see if she has a matching one too, which would be super fun. We could be really nerdy and wear them at the same time. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so sweet. Okay, now I'm going to open Laura's. Look how cute. It's all decorated. Again, I'm going to come in. I might be able to peel these off, but if not, I will fussy cut because those will be great for a Halloween journal for sure. I think I'm going to cut this one too. Probably can rip it. Is there a rip thing? Oh, I guess there is. Yeah, here we go. Your mom's is? Oh my gosh. And Angela's was close. Oh my gosh. So great. Oh, I'm so bummed, Leanne. I know, I don't know if Leanne, I think Leanne is already here. So I'm sure she's out doing things with her daughter and having a good time. Okay, I just want to make sure. So cute. I love all this Halloween, and I didn't even do a Halloween craft. I didn't do a Halloween craft today, but we are definitely in the Halloween mood. Oh my gosh, look how cute these are. They're like little puppy stickers. So cute. Oh, look at that one. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of fun fussy cutting. Okay, let me see. Oh, this one. Oh, and I think they might peel off. So, because that little one peeled off. So, hopefully, I see a cute. Oh my God, look at that card. I think these were a Dollar Tree. I think. Were these the ones that were at Dollar Tree? And I didn't get any. I'm going to go there today because I want to look. I'm meeting my husband at one of his doctor's appointments today, and there's a Dollar Tree by there. So I want to go because I want to look for those cute playing cards. They had like Christmas playing cards, new packs that had the like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I think they have some Charlie Brown Christmas, but really, really cute retro. And I think I saw somebody made a post that these came from there too. Maybe not, but oh my gosh, what a cute card. Okay, I don't want to read. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. What? Oh, look at the ATCs from Laura. Oh my gosh. Are these fabulous? Oh, now I have 3 cards to add to my thing. Oh my gosh, how cute are these? So here's the back. Oh, I wonder if she might have used the napkin because I gave her some of this napkin in the pack. So cute. Created by Laura Fappard Finds, especially for you, and dated. So this one is 2 of 8 and this one is 1 of 8. Oh, those are fabulous. She always finds really cool imagery. I don't know where she gets all her imagery. Those are fabulous. Oh my gosh, those are so fun. They are so good. They are so good. And now I have 3. So cute. Oh my gosh, I love those. Love those. I'm sure she's not here anymore because she's off having fun. Oh, you are. You are. Oh my gosh, they're so good, Laura. I love, love, love them. Oh my gosh. Where are you guys going? Going somewhere fun? You're parking. Oh, I love them. I love them, my friend. Thank you. I'm going to give you a big hug when I see you on Saturday. Look how cute this bag is, too. This bag is adorable. Oh my gosh, there's extras. I love these. Oh my gosh, I love these bags. I'm going to want to hoard it. My little hack that I did, Leanne had gifted me some of these. And so I cut pieces of like cardstock or cardboard to fit in them, right? Because they're flimsy this way. And then that way you can stick them into flower frogs. And then I stuck mine on, I have one of those I think I showed it last week. I have one of those fan things where you can stick photographs and postcards and stuff. So yeah, I figured out if I stuck cardstock in there and then, you could stick it in a little spiky flower frog. You could do like a whole display. Oh my gosh, Laura, thank you. Look how cute that is. I'm going to have the best Halloween. I keep all my Halloween right now because I don't have as much of it. I keep it in one of those zipper pouches and I'm going to have the best Halloween stash. Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to use these. I like the little tinies to use on my gift tags that I put in my Etsy purchases. Those are so pretty. And then what I do is I'll rip out the little witch and then maybe the moon. And because the tags are just small like that. I love, you're in Melrose. Oh, so fun. You're going to have some good shopping. Good shopping, good people watching. That's a fun place to go. I'm going to look through. I might have some older ones too. I'm going to look through my older ones. That paper is so cool, Angela. I've never felt anything like that. I'm going to look through mine too. Oh, look how cute this is. These are stinking cute. Oh my gosh, look at that. The pumpkin. And look at, you get 4 out of them. So it's like a 4-way thing. Oh my gosh, those are cute. I didn't see these anywhere this year. Look at that, the cat. What's this? This, pick your poison. Oh my gosh. Is that cool? This would be super cool on this kind of project, right? How cool would that be? Oh my gosh. Oh, is Pink's there? Definitely go to Pink's. Best hot dogs. Best hot dogs with the best crunch. They're is that how we would say it, Nettie? Like a crunch, like when you bite into them, it's like it's not, crunch isn't the right word. The casing is like a little pop. They're so good. Definitely, if you guys like hot dogs, definitely try to swing by Pink's while you're there. Oh, yes, Angela. Good idea. Because it is so good, you guys. It is, you have to feel it to know how good and how it's so interesting. It's like somebody took napkin and layered it on, I don't even know. It's like they layered it on a backing that would feel like it would stick, like on an envelope. That's the only way I can describe it. I think that's a great idea. And it, look how good it stamps. Like, does it stamp better than other papers? Like, look how nice and clear that is. Oh, that would be fun, Angela, because I know you have a lot of really good stamps too in your collection. Look how pretty that is. I love it. I think that's a great idea. Yeah, a mouthfeel. It's like the casing, it snaps. I've never had hot dogs like that. I don't know. It has this like snap when you bite in it. It like, I don't know. I've not going to say anymore. I feel like I'll get into like a bad area of discussion. But anyway, they're really, really good. Oh, you did, Diane. I haven't found in the wild. Now I have this one. I have a few that Leanne gifted me. And then I think I bought a little pack from, I want to say it was a bunch of years ago. I almost want to say it was Calypso Cat. I think she was selling a little package of kind of a miscellaneous package at one of her sales like several years ago. So I have a few from that. Snap. That's it. Snap. Snap's the most appropriate word for that. Yeah, definitely, Angela. I would say yes to that all day long. I don't know. It's just so cool. So cool. So I'm going to be excited to watercolor on that. Look how pretty that one would be. Watercolor. Maybe do some samples too and watercolor them so you can show them as samples. How pretty. So pretty. I love a good hot dog too. We've been, because obviously we're Dodger fans, our family. And so yeah, a couple times with the World Series playoffs, we've had hot dogs now a couple times this past week. Tried to cheer them on. It doesn't look like they're gonna do it, but we were eating the hot dogs and pretending like we were there. Oh my gosh, what a lucky girl am I. Look at all this fabulous friend mail. Thank you, Leanne and Angela and Laura. Oh my gosh, I love everything. I'll post a picture too later. And I will wear my t-shirt next week. Oh no, it's not Halloween. I was going to say, even though we're not in Halloween, but it's not Halloween. My brain is frazzled. But thank you, my friends. Oh my gosh, I love everything. I feel very spoiled. I feel very lucky. I feel very blessed. Yeah, day couldn't be better. Look how fun are those. How fun are those? Okay, let me turn around. I don't know what I look like. Might be a little bit crazy, and I will say my goodbyes. I guess I don't need to turn around, but I'll turn around. I'll turn the camera around. Anyway, not too bad. Not too bad. It could be worse. But anyway, thank you. What a special day. Thank you again, everybody, for all the friend mail. I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's project. And I will see you next Thursday. And it will be Christmas. We're going to jump into Christmas next week. And hopefully, depending on what other stuff I come up with, hopefully we'll kind of stay in the Christmas mode for the month of November. And then we'll see what happens in December. Maybe we'll switch to something else if we get tired of Christmas. But anyway, I thank you all. I love you all. I appreciate all of you. And I will see you all next Thursday. And I'll see Nettie and Laura on Saturday and maybe Leanne. Okay. Love you guys.